Year 13 is one of the most stressful times for anybody. Like, you can be the smartest person in the room, but I guarantee you will still face some sort of struggles in year 13. But for me, what made it very manageable is how I spent the summer before it. Hi, my name is Priya, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can maximize your time before year 13 to make it as easy as possible. Today in this video, I'm going to be focusing purely on the summer before because that's what you year 12s have right now. So I thought let's actually be convenient and make a video on how you can spend this time right now to be as productive as you can before the hell starts. Before we get on with the video, please remember to like and subscribe and also turn on post notifications because I'm going to be posting a lot more now, more educational content, whatever you guys want. Leave any suggestions down below in the comments. So the first thing I'm going to say to you guys is rest. Rest is one of the most important things, and even when I was in year 13, I would always have to take breaks because we are not wired to be working 24/7. We're humans, we're not robots. So if you have just had your year 12 marks, if school has just got really tiring for you at the end, please rest. I ended school quite early last year. I ended in like the first few weeks of July. I didn't do any sort of academic work until August or maybe late July. And honestly, I think I did try right at the start and I was so drained I physically couldn't, and I was like, wow, I needed like a good 1 to 2 weeks off that were just completely guilt-free. No revision, no pressure to do anything school related. So, you know, do what you want. This is the time to go see your friends, go on holiday, go chill with your family. This is the time for your summer. Now, what I'm gonna say is the whole time is your time for summer. I'm not gonna give you a schedule where you're working all the time, but if you want to have a productive summer while being able to have fun, then my number one tip is prepare. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. That's what everybody says. Because in year 13, it goes crazy fast. The start of year 13 feels like a few months ago, and it's crazy to think that it's been almost 9. This summer is going to go by very fast. Even if you have 6 weeks or 8 weeks, you need to prepare for it because nobody knows how much work you need to do except yourself. I can't tell you how much work you need to do. I don't know how you did in your exams. Only you know how much work you need to do. So my number one tip would be go through the specification because that's what you're going to be tested on in the real thing. Go through the specification, all your year 1 content and any new content you've learned. Make sure that you understand it. You can use the red, amber, green system where you say, yes, I understand this. No, I need a bit more help on it, or no, I do not understand this at all. If you don't understand it at all, then you have so much time now to get it understood before September, because I'm telling you, in September, or the rest of year 13, you do not have as much time as you think to be going over year 12 content because you are learning year 13 content. You have uni stuff if you're applying to it, you have apprenticeship stuff. It is so full on. So planning ahead, how I did it was, so I went through my specifications and literally said, okay, this is everything I don't understand. So the first few weeks, I like dotted it in. So I'd have like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. I had 4 weeks in total, and anything that I didn't know or understand, I just put it in that. Splitting up into 4 sections of 4 different weeks makes it seem a lot less daunting and probably will get you more motivated to start than ever. And so this makes it so you only have to spend like an hour every other day instead of having to cram it all in the last week before year 13 starts. For things you don't understand, YouTube videos. This is such a useful thing, but honestly, it depends on how you learn. It can be the YouTube videos, it can be notes, it can be mind maps. Just try to understand the content the best you can. Even if you don't get it when year 13 starts, at least you'll know what you don't understand and you can go ask your teachers about it. Also, please try to get your revision resources made. Go through the spec, like I said again, and make flashcards, make notes, make mind maps for everything if you haven't done it already. Because trust me, you will appreciate it when the time comes. I was very organized with this for my flashcards, specifically Quizlet flashcards. And year 13 me a few months ago was so thankful I did this, especially for subjects like economics, where the content, you just have to remember so much of it if you want to be getting top marks, that I'm just so thankful that I made all those Quizlets in year 12 or that year 12 summer. So make sure you have to patch up any gaps in your knowledge and also your resources. Make sure you have your resources on hand and organized, because at the end of year 12 I was so incredibly unorganized. It was ridiculous. My room was a mess. It still is, because I'm still clearing out all my old year 13 stuff. But when year 13 started, I was a lot more relaxed because I knew where every single thing was. If I needed to go over a topic, I knew where certain notes were. Now, this is a big part of your year 12 summer, and that is your UCAS application. If you decide to apply to university, this is the prime time to get everything sorted out, because trust me, it was such a pain to write in your personal statement in year 13. I would come home, I would revise for a certain amount of hours, and then I would have to sit there and try to think of things about myself to brag about to this university. So this is the time to A, write your personal statement, but B, get things to write in your personal statement. And by that I mean super curriculars, work experience, online courses. They are so vital and you can easily do them now. So for super curriculars, that's reading books on the topic. If you're going on holiday, bring a book, bring an educational book. Also trying to find work experiences, loads of online work experiences. UCAS themselves recommend SpringPod for online work experiences. I personally did one of those. But also there's Coursera, there's loads of different platforms. There's EDX, where I myself did courses on AI and loads of different computer science things that I mentioned heavily in my personal statement, because no matter what you're doing, you can talk about the subject all you want, but if you haven't actually done anything to show that you care for the subject or you're passionate about it, unis are not going to care, okay? Have some proof for the work that you've done, have some proof for the passion of your subject. So this is the time to be getting all that stuff done. Now, writing your personal statement is a whole other thing. Honestly, there's so many videos online about how to start your personal statement. I struggled with this. I didn't even do the first paragraph of my personal statement until after I got back to school, which I slightly regret because I did not have the creative capacity to be thinking about all of that when I was learning all this new content. So I would say definitely try to come up with new ways to write your personal statement, and honestly, definitely start it this summer, because I started mine in summer, and let me tell you, I did about 50 different drafts. It was ridiculous. Like, my start product and my end product was so ridiculously different because I just didn't know how to write one, apparently. And when I showed my teachers, they were like, Priya, what is this? So definitely start it now. If you can still get in contact with your teachers, maybe send them an update of it every so often, and just make sure that you're kind of on the right tracks. But like I said, there's loads of videos educating you on how to write a personal statement. I wish I used them. And also, open days. Go on open days, guys. Do as much research into universities as you can. Honestly, I wish I did more research into the actual courses, because I went to the universities and was like, oh my god, I love it here, I love the city. But a lot of the time, I didn't actually do that much research into courses, which is not very organized of me or productive of me at all. Do some research into the actual course that you're doing. See if it's something you're actually passionate about, because the last thing you want is you going to year 13, it being December time, and you realizing, I don't like the subject at all, I want to change. You don't want that happening to you. Even worse, after that, once you've submitted your application, you don't want to be regretting what you've done. That needs to be the least of your worries. So make sure you're passionate about the subject, make sure you like the courses at the certain universities you're going to, and also on your open days, I felt like, oh my gosh, this is a city I want to be in. I especially felt that with London and Manchester. Those are the cities I was like, oh my gosh, I love it here. And I realized that I needed to be on a city. I went to see 2 campus unis. I was not a big fan. Okay, the unis themselves were great, but the whole environment and the atmosphere, I was like, I feel trapped. Try to figure these things out about yourself and what you like and what you don't like before you apply to uni, because at the end of the day, this is a very important decision. This is the place you're going to be spending the next 3 to 5 to 8 years in, okay? You do not want this to be a last minute decision of you looking at the grades and thinking, yep, Birmingham's good. Yep, Newcastle's good. You want this to be something you've thought about, okay? Don't let this be a last minute thing. Get it all done this summer. Also, I would say work on yourself this summer, because trust me, you are not going to have as much time to work on yourself in year 13. For me, the one thing that's kept me really sane in year 13 was YouTube. I know I wasn't as consistent as I should have been, but it was a passion of mine, and editing was one of my favorite things to do when I was feeling really stressed out. This is one thing I knew I could always come back to. So I would say find a hobby, find a passion that you have, and just stick to it, because it is so hard to feel like a normal person in year 13. You just feel like a revising robot. And like when you go to actually, I don't know, read a book for your own enjoyment, it feels so weird because you're like, I'm a person now. So definitely try to find your own hobbies. Try to focus on your mental well-being, because trust me, your mental well-being will be challenged in the next year. Maybe try start meditating, journaling. I started journaling this year. It was so good. Also, I kept a little planner of this year. I had a planner on Notion and I had a physical planner. I decided that the Notion one was way better for me. Try to get organized like that. Like, I have my to-do list system. If you guys want a Notion talk, please do comment down below, because I love my Notion with all my heart. Like right now for summer, I am using it so much. I'm using it to plan all my clothes and outfits for my holidays. So please use something to plan out your year. But anyways, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. If you have any more questions, please do comment them down below. And also, if you like this video, remember to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can see every time I post a new video. I hope you all have a great day, and I will hopefully see you next week. Bye!